All right, and we're back with a massive sale. If you haven't heard yet, we had a 2023 Select UFC Alex Pereira Black 1 of 1 PSA 10. Look at this card. Look at this sale. We got a nice Gem 10. We got the Black 101, the True Black. A lot of really interesting things that I want to talk about with this card, right? And first up, I kind of wanted to talk about like this being one of many 1-on-1s within this set. And that's always kind of been an interesting thing for me, you know, when trying to value these cards. And so we know that, let's search for Alex here. And we know that he is going to be in this 2023 Select set, and he has 3 separate cards, right? So he's in this Concourse set. He's in this Concourse set, and he is in this twice with 2 1-on-1s, right? So we have the Black Prism 1-on-1, and we have the Black Disco Prism of 1-on-1. And so that's 2. So he has 2 1-on-1s already, right? Let's go to the next one that he's in. He's in the Octagon side here, and that has 2 Black Prism 1-of-1s. We got the Disco and we got the True. And now lastly, don't forget about the Mezzanine, y'all. Don't forget about the Mezzanine, which has 1 Black Prism. So this kind of, to me, is an interesting point whenever we're talking about base sets and we're talking about like a 3-tiered base set versus just, you know, a 100-card base set or whatever. Sometimes that is a big deal, and it's a big deal whenever we have these monster cards, right? So we potentially have 5 1-on-1s, and that the money that could have gone, you know, to potential monster cards could potentially be split on these 5 1-on-1s. And that's why I don't necessarily love the 3-tiered base system. You know, we have it with Finest. We had it, obviously, with Select in the Panini era. So just something interesting that I wanted to kind of talk about there. And kind of a way to insulate yourself away from this, right? And like you have 5 potential choices. Let's say you're trying to plant your flag, right? You're like, I really think Poatan is going to be the next big thing. You know, whenever you're speculating and buying, you're like, what do I think of the 1-on-1s is really going to pop? Well, we know that, you know, the True Black is always going to command more respect because it's out of the hobby box, which is the more expensive boxes that you could potentially hit, right? So we know that the True Black is going to command more than the Black Disco. So that's kind of a pretty much proven rule that you could follow. And also, I do think that eye appeal usually takes precedence when it comes to these cards that are all very similar. So personally, if I was going to, you know, be trying to make a bet on this, I would think, okay, whatever is the True Black or the True 1-on-1, that's, you know, definitely going to be a criteria. And then also, what is probably the best looking of all of those 1-on-1s? And you can kind of, you know, work your way there and try and get the card that you think is going to command the most value over time. Now, I say all that, obviously, any of these cards are absolutely monsters. So if you can get in on any of these, that's going to be a big win. If you're enjoying these videos, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Think about joining the BAT crew. All the support, all that stuff really helps, man. I appreciate all you guys for watching. All right, so now let's check out some comps for this exact card. And we finally have some comps in this segment. And some of the other cards we didn't have 1-on-1 comps. In this, we actually get to see what this sold for. Okay, we have the Black Disco at $2,500. So again, then this is a Gem Mint 10 also. So this is, you know, another monster card. And then we have the Black Disco again at $1,725. 1-on-1 Gem Mint 10. Basically the same one. So you can see like such a big comparison between the Black Disco and the True Black. Now, you know, in the comments below, do you think there should be that big of a discrepancy between those? Or do you just think that the Black Disco, you know, may have potentially been underpriced on some of these sales? Let's talk about the biggest sales of the year so far for 2025. It has been a very, very good year for the upper end of the UFC card market. And, you know, here he is at number 2 within the year. But we have freaking 10 5-figure cards have sold already in 2025. And these are just the ones listed on Card Ladder, right? We have 10 5-figure cards that have sold in 2025. And if we count the $30,000 Hamzat, that number jumps to 11. You know, we had the John Jones Inscription that sold for $9,300. You know, offline. We have 6 cards that are above 15,000 that I know of, including these and the Hamzat. And we have 3 cards that are above 20,000 that I know of for the year. So absolutely monster numbers, man. And let's take a look at who is really selling and who is moving the needle right now. Now we have Marab you know, the sale continues to just look better and better the more that Merab wins. I mean, he's basically in all-time status when it comes to the bantamweight division right now. He probably, if I was, you know, to do a little research and really, you know, fine-tune that argument, I would say he probably is the best bantamweight of all time. We got Ilia Topuria on here a couple times. We got Alex Pereira there. We got Ilia again. We have this one that was really cool, man. And I almost did a video on this one, but decided, you know, to do another video instead for that week. But this is a really awesome style too. A 101 Dustin Poirier, and this is, you know, his true rookie. Pretty sick. We got Ilia again. Just some absolute monsters, man. And this kind of made me want to make a solo video, but I'll just briefly talk about it here, where I really think the UFC card market is starting to heat up, man. And I think not only is it starting to heat up at the upper end, which we have been seeing month after month, monster sales, breaking records in this space, and big sales continuing to pop up, and not just for one person, but for multiple people. I mean, just in that list alone, you know, we've got 5 separate people that are selling for massive amounts. But also, I think that on the lower end, you know, the rookies and even some of the liquidity numbers, I would imagine have to have gone up. Boxes are selling out incredibly fast. Whatnot is super busy. I really wish we had some type of aggregate that could get all of those numbers together and really put some type of liquidity numbers in the mix for us to know if not only the upper end is moving, which we can tell with these sales, but if also the lower end is moving too. So before we look at the true rookies in the first autos, let's talk about the long-term potential for Alex Pereira, man. I mean, where does he rank all time? What kind of divisional matchups, what kind of storylines could we potentially get in the future? I mean, after his big win against Onk, I think even right now you could easily put him into the top 5 ever and make a really good argument for that. He's a 2-division champ. He's been super active. I mean, he's pretty much, his back's got to be hurting. The UFC is on his back, man, these last few years. He's had some incredible fights. Not only like incredible fights and winning, but also incredible finishes and huge moments. He's a character. People love him. You know, they love him in the cage and they love him outside of the cage. He's just really popular, which is rare to kind of have both of those things. He's really starting to rack up a ton of title defenses here at 205. I mean, the names on his resume are really looking good. And I think that some of these guys will, even once Poatan retires, they could continue to churn, and maybe the wins that he has will even look even better over time. But really the title defenses, man, I think the title defenses that he's stacking up are really going to cement him long term. He's not undefeated, right? He did get brutally KO'd by Israel Adesanya at 185. Also, Can we not like talk about how good Israel Adesanya is to knock out Alexander Poatan at 185? I mean, I don't think that gets talked about enough. Like, everyone talks about how amazing Poatan is, and he is amazing. But if you like watch all of their fights with Izzy, dude, Izzy was right there with him, and that just shows how good he was and how good he is. And now I'm not really a person to like tank somebody's legacy based on losses. Poatan does have that loss. He did lose to Magomed Ankalaev, obviously, right? And I don't really think that hurts him too much. Whenever you're fighting the best of the best, I think you are going to lose. There's very few guys that are able to stay undefeated, right? And we have one of them right now. Ilia Topuria is still in the game. You know, we had Khabib. Basically, we have John Jones also. And it's a very short list. And you know, we could even see Ilia drop one. We'll see how long he's in this UFC landscape. But I do think that Poatan, with the accolades, with the title defenses, with the popularity, and even with like some of the antics and the character outside of the octagon, you know, the face paint, the tribal headdress, Chama, the meme after the KO, I think all of that is going to be remembered for a long time in UFC history. So I do think that these type of purchases and these numbers make sense when talking about Alex Pereira. All right, let's get back to the cards. Let's talk about the true rookie first auto and the first on-card auto when it comes to Alex Pereira. And the true rookie is going to be right here, the 2023 Panini Prism Alex Pereira rookie card. And man, he's got surprisingly low sales numbers here, and this is going to be all time, you know, and it's going to be organized by price. The highest we've seen is 2,000, and it's going to be a 1 of 8 here. Nice card, not necessarily the greatest image, but it's definitely not a bad image either. We got the gold shimmer, and this looks good, man. The gold shimmer looks good. and selling for 1,000, dude. That is that is very, very low sales price. We got Johnny and Bronny, who is always selling massive cards, always moving massive cards. We got the Gem Mint 10 right here with the octagon of 8. And again, a lot of these of 8s are selling right for 1,000, around 1,000. And after this $1,000 101, all these sales look very, very low, right? And some of those big sales, they should raise all boats, in my opinion, and I think we probably see that. What is the Prism True Rookie Black 101 going to sell for? I want to know what y'all think. Is that going to be I think that could be a 6-figure card. Honestly, it probably should be a 6-figure card based upon what we just saw with the Ilya sale at 100,000. Kind of hard whenever you're talking about different people and different fan bases, and like the buyers up at that upper echelon are so slim. It's a very select few people that can spend 70, 100,000 on a card. But I'm very interested to see what happens at the upper end and what this 2023 Panini Prism True Rookie sells for. All right, we saw the True Rookie. Let's check out the first auto. This is going to be the 2023 Panini Prism throwback. This is, first auto. It was from Prism, so a lot of people generally like these. This is going to be the highest selling. Again, man, when we look at these, we got auto here. Pretty decent design. I actually like these the throwback designs. All of these sales, man, they seem too low, right? It's really funny how that works. Whenever you look at the upper echelon at these monster sales, and then you look at some of the the sales that happened before that one, it is always kind of jarring. Johnny and Bronny again, always on it, man. 2,000 here, really nice. This is the gold PSA 9 throwback of 10. We had the of 15 here. From the premium box set. Dude, the premium box set was loaded. I made a lot of money off that. That's definitely the best product that I've ever had flipping wise, because you know exactly what you're going to get with every single card in that product. We got the Mojo 25 double. We got the PSA 20 on that one. 900. So again, not even $1,000 card on that one. Pretty insane. We got another Mojo around there. We got I think this is a pretty good sale actually. 700 for an of 99. The good looking card though with the red on red. But yeah, that's the first auto. Now let's talk about the first on card auto. It is the 2024 Topps Knockout Alex Pereira auto 1-2 combo, and it is a relic card. So we got, these are really cheap, man. Of 8 sold for 900, 600. I think this one's a pretty good looking card. You kind of got the intimidating Poatan, especially with these patches, right? 1, 2, 3 different colors there. It is on card as well. Pretty nice card, man. And this is actually kind of a sneaky buy that I think you could get in. Now, I don't know what you can get these at now. The price definitely went up right after that monster sale. But some of these are pretty solid. Like you got a of 25 selling for 260. This one looks a little beat up, so maybe that's why it sold for that low. And then, this one here, the gold of 8 for 655 for your first on-card auto. Vertical design. Not necessarily a crazy design, but a pretty simple one and a nice one in my opinion. And let's talk about the budget rookie options. First, we're going to talk about a budget rookie option for auto and a budget rookie option just for a normal card. And they are very similar here. Spoiler alert, they are basically the same card. So we got this is one of my favorite images from the rookie year of Alex Pereira. I've been saying it basically after 2023, I was like, if I could get an Alex Pereira card, it would probably be one of these two, either the rated rookie non-auto or the rated rookie auto. I think it's a really nice card, man. Good image of him fighting, rated rookie badging, pretty dynamic. You got the overlay onto the border, just a good look, and honestly not that expensive. $900 for an of 10 rookie, pretty solid, man. And if you continue to go down, we got some autos that we'll talk about in a second. Let's see if we can find another base here, a different base parallel. Here we go. So we got a PSA 10 of 79 for 200. Now, this was this year. Again, the price probably went up, but pretty interesting sale there. And I think that, that is a pretty nice card. It's going to look good. You got the rated rookie, Gem Mint 10 for 200. That is a pretty good deal in my opinion. And again, we got the budget option, and this is not super cheap this time, right? I'm really trying to kind of push where I think the value is here. And we have basically the same card, right? It's going to be the rated rookie auto, Gem Mint 10. So you could get a Gem Mint 10, which is probably a pretty low pop. I haven't looked up those numbers, but I would assume it's going to be a somewhat low pop. Rated rookie auto, and it's a rookie auto of Poatan. You're about 350 here. for the base, and that's a PSA 10. So if you went for, if you wanted a different parallel, non graded, you might be able to get a little bit different there, and we'll see what we can get. So of 99, yeah, of 99 red, right? 165. To me, that is a pretty good value for the budget. You can get into an Alex Poatan rookie auto at a relatively cheap price, under 200. That's pretty solid in my opinion. That's kind of what I would be targeting if I was wanting an Alex Pereira rookie auto for pretty good, decent budget price. If you enjoy UFC cards, you're gonna like my channel, so check out these videos over here and subscribe for more videos just like this.